What is going on YouTube? Welcome to another video in my tutorial series for Java, and as promised, I'm going to continue talking about enumerations in this video. And today we're going to be talking about how we can essentially add properties, well, not just, oops, wrong class, add properties. And what I mean by that is perhaps we can do this and give it some sort of value. Okay? Now the first thing we want to do is how this is helpful for us instead of just having this is we could use this to perhaps get values out of this. So I'm gonna go on and elaborate that while I start programming this. So just follow along. So for instance, if we did the following and we gave it some sort of parameter, and we're gonna call this hard. In fact, we're gonna call it something else, hard lowercase. Okay, so we have hard uppercase, hard lowercase. Now move on to the next one, medium. So essentially what I'm doing is I want to give my constants right here I want to give my constants right here a string representation of its value. Okay, and that might sound a little confusing, but trust me, you're gonna use this in the future. I promise you that. Now the next thing I want to do is essentially create some sort of a constructor for this. So let's go ahead and do that. Public level. Oops, what happened there? Level, and we are. Oh, sorry, no public, just level. And what we're gonna do here is, well, like we did with our constructors, right? So string, and we have one parameter here, and we can call it whatever we want. I'm just gonna call it value. What about that? I like that value. I like that. String value. And what we're gonna do before we go on doing anything else is we have to create some sort of variable to call this. So I'm gonna call this the same thing. I'm gonna call this value. So private string value. Alright, and what I'm gonna do next is this dot value equals value. So if you've been following along, you know what this does. And what this value is basically a representation of these strings right here. Okay, so now we're not quite done yet. So now we have this property, but this is a private property, so we will not be able to access it outside of our enumeration right here. So the way we do that, just like classes, is through the use of getters. So I'm going to create a getter, public string get value, and I'm just going to simply return the value. Oops, value. All right. Now that we've that, let's head on back over to our main class here. And instead of doing this right here, we can just do the following. Level. So this level, right? So on whatever level we are, we want to print out the string representation of it. So level dot get value. Now we're gonna do the same thing for all of this right here. Do that and do that. Now I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this to say hard. Alright, and go ahead and run this. And we will see that it prints out the string representation of our hard enumerate constant right here. So you see here, you can have that. And another thing I want to tell you is you can have multiple parameters. Okay, you could have any type of parameters you want, and you could have multiple parameters, and all you would have to do is modify this right here. Alright, and I'm going to tell you why this is useful right now. When you have something like this, perhaps when you in your game you want to display, like I have, display the actual string representation of this hard level or different level difficulty. In code, it is always good practice to try and avoid hard coding as much as you can. And this way, we are not hard coding anything. Okay, all our code is stored in one place. If you wanted to change something, we would change it right here, and it would change it everywhere throughout our program. Now that is a pro tip, and keep that in mind. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and click that like button, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.